Greetings, everyone. I know you're not supposed to speak when you're angry, and we all know that whatever you say on social media, it stays here forever. So, in that vein, I'm going to try to maintain some decorum and, of course, protect my dignity. But I'm going to speak without tongue in cheek. I'm going to say my piece and then I'm going to rest my case. I had an experience today while I was out, and it's not the first time. But I think we all have our limit. And I'm at my limit today in dealing with this BS. And I'm going to address it here. Now, I can't speak for anybody else. I have to speak for myself. Okay? And I want to say that as much as I believe in maintaining rules and respect protocols, that does not give anyone the right to violate me as a human being. And what I'm noticing, people are using this COVID thing to disrespect people. And what I'm noticing, a lot of people who are already prejudiced is so happy for this opportunity to jump all upon black people and to show their power and their strength. People who normally wouldn't have said anything to you in the past, they're empowered now to harass you. Okay. And I'm not here for it. Because I'm going to say that for the first at least 40 years of my life, I allowed people to talk to me anyhow, to do all kinds of things to me, and violate me in the worst ways. And I tolerated it. And I had to decide that no more. Okay? So I'm saying here clearly that I'm not going to allow anybody, regardless of class or race or creed, to use their freedom to tamper my own. Okay? Now, I'm not going to get into all the details because if I do, I'm not going to be able to speak with any degree of respect. The things that are going to come out of me, many of you would not want to hear me again. Okay? Because regardless of how nice we are, we all have a side to us. And I do have that side. I try to keep it under subjection. So I'm not going to get into the details. But while I was out, a woman said something to me, and she was using what is going on with the situation in the world to some way exert some kind of privilege. And don't believe when we talk about privilege, we always talk about privilege as if it is only white people who are privileged. There are other folks who feel that they got privilege as far as black people are concerned. Everybody has strength for black people. And a lot of these people are using what is happening in the world now to just, put their power and their might, exercise their power and their might over black people. People from other race. And frankly, I've had enough of it. Okay? It's bad enough that I have underlying health issues and I have to be taking part in activities that is only compromising my own health. That's one thing. But what is worst is that when people are going to use this thing to try to be a bully and try to harass me, it's not going to work because I no longer afford anybody that luxury of abusing me. It's just not going to happen. And I'm going to stand up for myself and defend myself. And I don't care who likes it or not. But the most important message here that I want to give you, I'm going to tell all of you, I don't know you. I don't know who's your God, but I know who my God is. Okay? I know my creator. Okay? The same creator that formed me inside my mother's womb. That one that brought my mother and father, that allowed just liquid to enter into a woman's body, and out of that comes life. My life. That creator that took me from a so-called third world country and brought me to this so-called first world and allowed me to have opportunities that I would have been denied if it was not for the grace of the Creator. I can tell you who your God is. I know mine. And I've never ever knelt down on my knee or stand up and call the name of a man when I seek counsel, when I seek guidance, when I seek mercy. Never. I know my God. I know my Creator. And my Creator is not a man. Not a man. So I don't care who you are and how much billions of dollars you owe. Bill Gates is not my God. And I'm saying, I surrender, I acquiesce only to God Almighty, only to the Creator. I may follow the rules of man because some of these rules are necessary. Otherwise, you'll have people violate you and abuse you. I respect authority. I respect the police officers because of the kind of work that they do. Because if they were not around, bullies would come to victimize people. But when it comes to my human rights and my dignity, that's a whole other story. I don't allow anybody to abuse me or mine. And I'm saying the only fear, or the only thing I fear, is fear itself. Because I see what fear does. It cripples intelligent people. Fear causes persons who are brilliant to cower. It causes people who would have otherwise had good self-esteem, their self-esteem to be so lowered. Fear is the worst thing, and it's been the thing that have been used for generations so that a handful of people can get what they want. But the masses don't think anymore. They don't think. They allow a handful of gremlin to tell them what they're supposed to do when they have the ability to do what is right, to know what is right, to know when something is not right, when you know within yourself that is not the will of God, that the Creator has nothing to do with this. So, while I am here and living with all kinds of BS that I'm seeing in the world, I'm saying right now, when it all comes down to it, it is not man that I serve. And my idea of God is not some ridiculous notion that was given to me by some other man. It's what I've learned and experienced. When I call upon an entity, I don't see a man appear. When I ask for something, it's not a man that gives it to me. It is the Creator. And I'm saying I'm not going to allow any man to interfere with my relationship with my Creator. And I'm not going to allow no man, no gremlin, no germs to use their privilege or their power to cause me to question my God. You all can do what you need to do for your own life. But none of you are going to come here and ask me to bend down before you and worship. You're not God. You're not the Creator. You're not the one who made the skies and the ocean and the mountains. You're not the one that made the blood course through my vein. Now I'm going to have to know my God. Because even in the very scripture, when they talk about how, Egypt was filled with enslaved people, and when they wanted to free themselves or want to leave, some, so-called Pharaoh was holding them back. And when Pharaoh men dropped their rod and serpent appear, And Moses did the same thing, and the serpents ate up their serpent. I don't fear man. The day I get to the point where I start fearing man and seeing man as more powerful than my creator is the day I don't want to be in this earth. I don't want to be in this world. My God promises to protect and guide me, not some man. No man can make me fear what is natural. No man can make me feel that they're so superb and superior that I have to bow down and worship them. The whole world has turned into a big bunch of imbecile moving like zombies. Talking about fear of man. None of us in this world don't deserve to live after this old period. None of us. If you are going to say that you are worried about man and not who created man, then you don't deserve to live. None of you deserve freedom. None of you. I'm going to end by saying this. I'm very upset, but I'm still trying to stay calm. I am disappointed in mankind. Not the ones that do the vicious and wicked things in the world. That's expected of them. That's in their spirit. But the ones who continue to allow them, generation after generation, hundreds of years, atrocities, meet upon innocent people. And history plays it back the way they feel like. And mankind say, oh, this one, they always find a fall guy. This one was a bad person. And how could that happen? And there's an apology. And nothing changes. There will always be another person to rise up to oppress people. As long as you live, that is going to be, because the nature of man does not really change that much. There is always those who want to use power to control those who they consider to be weak. But I'm not weak. I'm not a weak fence. That's why when I go anywhere and I'm following rules and anybody step to me in any disrespectful way, pure disrespect, and I'm going to give it to them Jamaican style. No proper English, at least the best I can. No proper way of telling them. I'm going to tell them some things. I'm not going to allow someone to disrespect me and I walk with my tail between my legs. You all can stay there because you go on like you don't see what's happening and don't know what's happening. It's your choice and your right to do whatever. But I'm telling you, if anybody comes to me and try to disrespect me and use this COVID-19 bullshit to try to put me in my place, I'm not here for it. My God is not a man. Do you hear me? My creator is not a man. But I know my creator to be the person, not the being. It's not person, the being that have showed me miracles, marvelous things. And the day I start to respect and honor man more than my creator, more than my guide, I deserve to die. I do not fear man. I don't fear God. I don't fear the creator. Because fear is not of God. I'm not going to participate in no bondage. I'm not going to give every chick and child the opportunity to come and open their mouth and speak crap to me. And this is a time when folks who are prejudiced are going to use the opportunity to carry out more of that. And those who are racist will be glad for this opportunity to try to abuse people. And I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. And I'm telling Bill Gates and all of his friends and his brethren, you are not God. And the only thing you can do to me is take my physical life, but you can't take my spirit. Because you're not God. And by the time this is over and done, my God, my Creator is going to stand up and show you who God is. Because every day I say, show yourself, Creator, show yourself, God. Otherwise, for me, there is no God. If you can't stand up in the storm and show me who you are. And my Creator, I've always done that, always show up. Never fail. So why should I worry and fret? Why should I be afraid? Straight disrespect for anybody who try to use this thing to disrespect me or violate me. Straight disrespect. I'll come out of my character. That's a promise. Stay blessed, everybody.